Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nurse Nonsense. I'm happy to have Bear Bronson and chair of the deathmatch scene. How you doing, my man?
Great. Thanks for having me.
And it's your debut in LA?
Debut in LA, yeah. I've never been to this venue. I've only watched it a million times, but it's beautiful.
Man.
It's gonna be a great one.
And you're getting your old Manster, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's gonna be a chain wrestling classic. No, it's gonna be a fight. That's gonna be a straight up fight.
And if you were to see on George Field last night, you, the Bear Dozer, you and Tremont,
Yep.
wrestling Dr. Janela. Tell us about that. And wrestling at the Nile Theater, which is a great venue. Shout out to Phoenix, A-Town.
Yeah, no, Phoenix was fucking awesome, and I think that match was everything that people expected it to be. Just chaos from start to finish. Hundreds of chairs just being thrown back and forth at each other. And yeah, it was just start to finish. Every second was just nonstop.
And people knew you just as Bear Country, a tag team wrestler, but then you get announced used to you, and everyone gets slayed. And people, no expectations for you. Was that good? People have no expectations for you, and going to that match is slayed. How are you feeling for that match?
So leading up into that match, I loved how uncertain everybody was about it.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, because like, well, a lot of people don't know. Like, I grew up a deathmatch fan.
Okay.
And I think from what I was doing on TV the past few years, you wouldn't know that. Or if you just don't know me at all, you wouldn't really know that. So I was excited to show people and just kind of dive in head first. And I think what really adds to that match is kind of like the uncertainty, but the mystique behind, like, or not mystique, but you know, coming into that, people just didn't really know what to expect at all. Either it was going to be really good or really bad. And I'm really happy. It was, people were really happy with it. So.
And when you went to the back, what was the reaction from Brett and everybody?
Oh, it was honestly just all positive. Like, I was really, honestly, I went into that match saying, like, I just needed to do that to reconnect with the fan and myself that I kind of lost touch with for a really long time, just because the passions kind of sucked out of me for a little. And it was basically just like working for a check, which this shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And that match I really just needed to do for the fan in here. And if it was just one match and everyone hated it and they said never do it again, cool, no problem. But that's not what happened. And not only was it well received, I kind of found out I love it a lot more than I had thought. I mean, I went into this saying, like, I was telling people close to me, like, you know, don't worry, they're going to be few and far between, only when you make it matter and all that stuff. And then I just kept saying yes to them just because I just get, it's just a different type of energy, different type of adrenaline rush I've never felt before. And it's I haven't regretted a single thing yet since that match.
Now, this will be in the ring of a fellow Creative Pro guy, Slade. Does that make it easier?
Well, I wouldn't say easier. I mean, Slade doesn't have many friends, but I happen to be one of them. But I mean, I would say it's more of just a camaraderie thing. It's not like we're hanging out on the weekends, playing, you know, whatever. We just have that bond over the things we like that not many people around us like in our circles, and I think we just went in with an understanding. And even though we are friends, and I've told people that we're friends, there were plenty of moments in that match where I'm like, is this motherfucker actually, is he mad at me? Like, you know, because you just can't tell with him. And I think he just gets in that mode too, where maybe he is. He just makes him, you know, we're not acting and we're not playing, you know. So we knew what it had to be going into it. And that match I've watched back so many times. And you just feel, I think people loved it so much just because, like, there's a lot of respect in wrestling now, and that match was just pure hatred and violence for just the sake of the game too. No real reason. It was just, let's fucking go, you know.
Speaking of respect, and then it led you to build you and Tremont, which was the highlight of Homecoming Lincoln. That was one of the main attractions at Homecoming Lincoln against a guy, a legend, Ultra champion, not Tremont, who was here, the Bulldozer.
You know, I mean, Tremont was definitely one of my deathmatch heroes when I was a teenager. And, it's even just still surreal to me. Like, I still can't even believe that happened. I have my family there just because they know how much that meant to me, and they don't really, you know, they don't go to these much. And it's hard to put into words really, just because I had said this to him, and I had said this to a very few amount of people, but like what Onita is to him, and Foley, what Foley is to him is what he is to me.
Yeah.
He's my Onita, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
And that to me, it's like I did have goals going into this of who I want to work, and I feel like within the summer I shot to the top of that immediately. And because he was the guy I needed to test myself against. And I hope that's not. I hope it's the first of May, because he really brought it out of me.
It was so good. Now, team with him. And how is it going to going to venues where you can't use glass? How do you approach it differently? Because last night, the Nile was more barbed wire and chairs. How is it different than like AC where you can use light tubes?
Well, I mean, I think it's just a matter of making the most out of everything. I mean, I have been professional wrestling for going on 11 years now. So, it's all about kind of the environment you're in, and glass is cool, it's fucking awesome, but you don't need it, for certain, I would say certain situations and stuff, I would say maybe there's situations where you don't need glass, maybe there's situations where a little is fine, maybe a few things, and then there's situations like me and Slade and me and Tremont where it was just all in, and just throw caution completely to the wind. But I don't really view it as I feel like anything in wrestling I try to make matter as much as I possibly can, and I think it's important not to use these things as crutches. And then I could go on a whole tangent where it's kind of like in traditional wrestling where I love super kicks, Canadian destroyers, poison ranas, and all that stuff. But if you kind of just spam them like it's a video game, they don't matter.
Yeah.
And if you make these things matter, that's really the mission.
I don't want to take too much time.
No.
What's one thing people need to know about Bear to get to know Bear?
Oh man, that I love my wife, Gabby Forza, more than anything in the entire world.
What was her reactions for the death matches?
Hers?
Yeah, what was hers?
She, is all of this is very new to her, and she knew about hardcore wrestling, and she had an idea of what this was, but not until her first death match she ever watched was mine.
Oh damn!
So especially live, so that she does get it though. She sees how passionate I am about it. I think if I was doing it for the wrong reasons, like just doing it to get noticed and stuff, she'd be deathly worried, like, why are you doing this? But it's not like that at all. She knows how much I love it, and she knows how much of a fan I am of it, and how it makes me feel afterwards, during, and all that stuff. And she gets it. I don't want to say she likes watching it, but she does enjoy it in the moment, and I think just afterwards is making sure I'm okay.
You plug your socials there. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. My socials are on Instagram, Bear Bronson _, and on X, it's @Bear Bronson BC.
And check out GCW on Triller TV. The Sean 2 Cents Real Comments for 20.com. Peace.
Hey,